with a little Thanksgiving week kind of release class for you. Today's class I'm going to be using a foam roller, and it's really just, instead of a class, kind of more of a release or stretch session for our chest and upper middle back. So two areas that get very tight, you know, whether you're forward, working all week, or standing in the kitchen cooking. We tend to get real tight in the front of our body, and then kind of we can also tight through the back body. So I'm going to be using a foam roller to go through a series of stretches and mobility work for that area. So you'll just need a floor. I'm on a mat, but you don't have to have one, and a full-size foam roller. It does not matter that it's black. It can really be, it can be white, it can be black, it can be one of the colored ones. But just try to have one that is the length of your spine. So for the first thing we're gonna do is you're gonna set it down, and we're gonna lay lengthwise. So you want your tailbone at one end, and then your head at the other. And for most of us, myself included, just being here can be plenty, it can be enough. Just allowing your body to kind of rest into that roller. Feel what is heavy. So the back of the head is heavy, the neck is long, the collarbones are wide. You feel your shoulder blades kind of hugging the spine. And the arms can rest, either palms up or palms down. And I invite you just to close your eyes and gently kind of sway or rock side to side. So just take a subtle movement here through the spine as you move back and forth. And then find a spot in the middle. We are going to be balancing, so the wider you have your feet apart, the easier the balance is. If you kind of walk your feet in, it's a little harder to balance. So just keep that in mind. And we're going to take the arms up toward the ceiling right away, feeling a little more pressure in the upper mid-back. We're going to take our fingertips and reach them up toward the ceiling. Feel your shoulder blades separate away from the spine, and then plug the shoulder blades in. Kind of exaggerate it. Kind of let that chest open and reach up and plug back. So this series is what I do a lot with my classes, my clients. Need to do a little more with myself, but hopefully it's one that you can come back to. And just once you've learned the movements, play with them on your own. So next we're going to reach over the head. Now as you reach back, think of length. So I'm not concerned with touching the ground as I am with lengthening the arms. And it's okay to let those shoulders kind of shrug up by your ears. And then bring the arms back through and let gravity take them down to the floor. Do this again. Reach and stretching back. Think long. And then up and down. And do it again. Reach the arms. Stretch them back and up and lower. Let's take one more time. Reach and back. And then from here, you can start to circle. Now, anytime you do a circle, you really are challenging the range of motion at the shoulder. So if you can't, reach all the way, you might have to just soften the elbows as you bring them through. As you loosen up, you can go bigger. And I encourage you here to play with the position, the facing of the palms. So right now they're toward each other. As I go back, try to reach them maybe toward the ceiling, and then as you circle, they reach outward. And you want to do a few in each direction and try to coordinate with the breath. So then taking it around, as I said, if they graze along the ground, awesome. If they don't, awesome too, right? Not everyone is going to have the same level of mobility especially if these are new movements to you. Let's take just a couple more here. And again, that pressure across the upper back, this is kind of always there, so it's kind of a slow release for that area. And let's reach the arms up and we'll go in opposition. One up, one down, length out of both, and switch. Always thinking of length over meeting the ground. So go for stretch. And reach. And a couple more here. And reach. Next, we're gonna bend the elbows, kind of a goal post. So in this position, I'm allowing my elbows to come lower than the shoulder, kind of hugging the roller. Again, not with an objective of touching the ground. Feel those shoulder blades, give the roller a hug, and then reach up and pull down. Now, because we don't have weights in our hands, it's okay to let the elbows come, let's say, lower than the shoulder. Now, if I had a weight, you'd want to be a little more mindful and stop sooner to avoid any pulling through the front of the shoulder, right? But it's important to check mobility. So if you're only doing bench press with weight, it's good to match it up with this. Now, if you're only doing this and constantly stretching, it's a good idea to add some strength. So you could, what I'm saying here is what you could do is do all of these with weights, some lighter, some heavier, but you're gonna need to limit your range of motion to stay safe. Now from here, turn your palms toward each other. We're gonna bend wide. Then open the arms. Bend them back in and reach up. Remember, I don't care if the elbows can reach the ground. It may or may not. That unfolding can be pretty intense with the arms. So do what you can. And fold in and up. And let's take one more. Bring it down, unfold. And bring it in and reach up. All right, and let those arms just come back down. They can be at your side. Since you're looser now, you can take them more out to the side. It's okay to close the eyes and just gently sway side to side. It's going to put a little more pressure on the back. So do what feels okay. And feel free to stay, pause, stay here longer, take a few more of those. Otherwise, we're gonna move on. So it's just kind of rolling to the side off the roller. Not a super graceful way to do that. And we're gonna move on to our next series, which is holding the roller on each end. Coming back to the back. Roll it on down. So my hands are wide. Knees bent, feet flat, and that will help to support your low back. So we're gonna take the arms back over the head. So we've been here before. This time we took that roller out. So you might find, well, hey, your arms met the ground. And that's a good thing. Try not to arch, try to draw the ribs down. And then we're just gonna bring that roller toward the thighs. And we reach again. Inhale and exhale. And there's a light squeeze into the sides of that roller. And take one more like this. And then we're gonna bring the roller right over our breastbone. And think of it like a big ball. You're gonna bring the right arm up, left arm down. So that top hand's getting a big stretch here, or the shoulder rather, and then other side. And you bring it through and spiral. So I'm not only pressing into the roller from two ends, I'm also thinking of reaching up with my top arm down with the bottom arm. Then bring the roller back above the chest and bring the knees together. We're going to go into a rotation. Knees to the right, roller and head to the left. Come up through the center using your abdominals and take your arms one way and your legs the other. And bring it up through the middle. And just breathe and move here, bring it up. And twist, get some nice cracks in your back. Hops, that can be welcoming. Now the next time, let's go right with the arms, left with the legs. From here, I'm gonna take a big circle with my arms, and as I meet the center, I'm gonna start to bring my knees, and then the arms will reach the other way. And then I bring it back through, everything comes to the middle, and you reach around. Just go back and forth. So I forgot to mention, if laying here, if the head does not lay comfortably on the mat, you may want to stick a rolled up towel or a pillow under the head so that you're able to keep the head heavy and just roll back and forth. And let's go one more each way. About your breath, and you're just trying to make bigger movements. You're trying to take up more space as you move. And then bring it to center and take and reach your legs long. Take that roller, reach as long as you can. Really big stretch here. Inhale and exhale. And once again, a moment to pause if you'd like. Otherwise, we're going to move on to the next position, which is into all fours. So we're going to come on up. And we're going to place the roller in front of us on the hands and knees. And this is a series of stretches really for the front of the shoulder. The roller in front, hips over the knees. And we're just going to walk out with the arms. Now, we all have a different level of mobility and what's comfortable. But notice I'm keeping my hips up, not down, so that it's a little easier on everyone's knees here, and then I'm active in that position. So I'm reaching out through my hands, try to bring the head between the arms and maybe lower. Like you might be able to rest your forehead, but don't make that the goal. Make the goal be length. So tailbone up, chest forward. And just reach through those arms, and then you want to use your abdominals, draw the belly in, and just kind of carefully walk the roller. And we'll do this again. So in the center, pressing out. You can stop at any point and reach, think heart through, chest forward. And then draw it on in. Okay, then we just kind of angle this. So I'm gonna bring both hands over to the right side. And you can even angle that roller a little bit. The knees stay where they are, and you walk out. Now in this position, try to make your left hand reach further than your right one. And the stretch is more significant down that left side of the torso. Breathe in and out. And once more. Support with your abdominals to walk it in. And then we take it to the other side. So set with the hands, walk. And try to make your right arm longer than your left arm. Reach. But energy in the arms, yes, this is work too. You might feel fatigue. And bring it on up. So once again, feel free to repeat those, pause, and do what feels good for your body. Next up, laying on the stomach. So coming on down, roller is in front of us. And this is a great set of mobility exercises for the shoulders. You have your forehead down. And we're gonna just do some shoulder shrugs. So you have the roller kind of underneath the back of your wrist, And we're gonna reach the fingertips forward, shrugging the shoulders up by our ears, and then gliding back without bending the elbows. Just reach and pull. Now, if you feel limited with this, you might just wanna pick your face up off the mat, and you might find you have a little more movement. And I'm lifting slightly, because those shoulder blades, as they glide back, they have to kind of go up. You have room to slide there. And then this turns into what in Pilates we call swan. So it's a gliding back of the scapula. It's a downward press of the arms and lifting. So it's kind of that ultimate culmination of strength in the back body, stretch in the front body, and then we push it away. And we take it again. We press down, we glide up, shoulders down, belly lifts, chest is proud, rise, and push it away. Again, glide it up, lift, grow, tall and lower, all the way down. And one more time. One of my favorite exercises. Lift, drop those shoulders, lift the belly, and roll all the way down. Very good. Bring it in. I don't know about you, feeling a lot of opening through the shoulders. And the last set we're gonna try is some standing arm mobility work with the foam roller. Hopefully I don't cut myself off here, my camera. So we're gonna hold the ends of the roller, and we're gonna reach it up. This is what we did on our backs, but now we're standing up. So you're gonna reach that roller above your head, and then you're gonna lower it down. And we reach up. And just like when you were on your back, you're gonna try to avoid like arching. So as you lift, try to tuck the tail, be tall, and down. And one more time, raise up and lower down. Now you're gonna bring the roller in front of you, press into the ends, and one up, one down. And reach. So it just makes us more aware of our whole shape, all the posture, the energy in the legs, the core. And then now we're gonna go into a big circle. We're gonna take the roller here. We're gonna turn it to our left, and then we're gonna reach up, kind of a big rainbow over the head, and then bring it to parallel, back to the center. It's parallel as you twist, then it opens up, goes over the head, bring it back to parallel, and center, and go again. Twist, open, up, and back to center. One more time, twist, and up, and around, and center. Now, we're gonna take that roller, we're gonna go down, and round down. Now from here, bring the roller forward and start to flatten your back. This is a little more strength work. So I'm gonna turn. You wanna try to end up here in a long line. Then we're gonna lower the roller and then roll on up. And again, roll it down. Reach the roller, flatten out your back, squeeze the ends, lower down, and roll on up. And we'll try it again. Roll down. Reach to extend. Lower down, and roll on up. Okay, so hopefully that gave you some nice little stretches, mobility exercises for your chest, shoulders, and upper back. Thanks for joining me. I will see you next time.